Hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah, all is quite well. I mean, I'm getting there. It just takes a lot of time. Because I don't know who else had frozen shoulder, but apparently it can take quite a long time to get rid of it, even with physical therapy and everything. Hi, Donna. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Fran. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Tammy, Laureline, Carolyn. So, let's make some really cute, and I'm going to have to go very close at one point. One thing I wanted to tell you, the next tutorial I'm going to be posting will have these. And these are stencils that originally are for cookies. And they have quite a neat price. Honestly, give me just a second and I'll tell you. If you go, come on, Amazon. I'm going to post the link in the chat right now. I'm going to try and do it for the section of the store, but you know how sometimes YouTube doesn't let me post long. So they are essentially 30 stencils. And the thing that I liked about them, and they are $16. They are, as I said, they are for cookies. The thing that I liked the most about them is the fact that, because I have other stencils like from BB Crafts and all kinds, that they are very small. They are quite delicate, as you can see. And I am sure that you can use them. See, they even have bars. I'm sure that you can use them for other stuff that what I'm going to show in the next tutorial. So this is what I'm going to show you. There are several of them I actually used, but as you can see, even leopard, and it's the first item in the list. So and pause, I need to make something for my pets. Anyway, getting back to the Santa, I thought of showing you. It does imply a little bit of sculpting, and I know that, but it's not a big deal. I know that quite a bit of you keep asking me about more sculpting stuff. What I need to tell you is be very careful, because apparently YouTube is doing some changes about child content for children, or that would be appealing to children. I already noted my channel as not for children. I'm gonna have to go, and I've been doing this for a couple days, but I have to go through almost 700 videos to mention each of them that they are not for children, and to put a little disclaimer that this is not intended for children, because everybody's going nuts about it. Compared to other creators, I don't worry, because I don't monetize my channel. I said that I wouldn't be monetizing my channel when I first started, but still, you know, I mean, they have another type of AI that's checking on the videos, and if the music is too childish or the colors are appealing to children, they might just flag you as you're making children content, but not declaring it. Anyway, people are going nuts. I might just have to, you know, start posting tutorials just on my website, because at least there I don't have a lot of issues. And I might just make the website 18 plus. Okay, who else came? Hi Mary, hi Alicia, hi Fran, Francis, Tammy I already said. Cricket Steven, that's a cute name. June and Catherine. So, okay, how we are going to start, and let me actually grab a piece of, a lot of times I like to work on wax paper or directly on a tile, just so that I don't have to manipulate it to put it to, you know, when I want to bake it. So I'm going to work directly on the wax paper. The first thing you need to do is to get some black clay. You can make it red if you want. Yeah, I'm not sure about the 42,000 and all that. I would have to actually go look, because I didn't look. I just want to, you know, do some preemptive stuff. Now, you can make these larger or smaller. I'm going to go a little bit larger on them, not as small as I would otherwise make them. And your best bet, this is one of the Premo cutters, and your best bet is to go with the tear shaped. Oops. Hi Corinne, there's always a first time. Huh. Hi Kizzy. So, as I said, I'm going to go a little bit larger than I would normally make them, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And don't worry too much about how it looks, because you can cover it. I mean, you can put a backing on it. The idea is to show you the how to make these little Santas, because they are very easy to make. Come on. I have a very soft black. I really need to leach it a little bit. And I didn't turn on the, hi Jennifer, I didn't turn on the camera where you can see me, because I'm gonna be hunched a lot, so you wouldn't be able to see me actually. It is, you know, Jennifer, it's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, I can move it more, but I'm wondering if the steroid shot doesn't start wearing off, because I have moments where it hurts more. And I did a really stupid thing this morning. I mean, it wasn't, remember how I was saying that sometimes I forget about it and I start reaching and stuff? I don't know, this morning I absolutely had to stretch and I forgot about it. So I stretched and then I couldn't use my arm for 10 minutes. So it wasn't very pleasant. Okay, now here I'm using the Living Doll, but you can use the beige or the ecru in Premo. And I'm going to make, because I'm using such a small piece, because see, the beige in Premo is quite similar. So I'm going first to make the face. I'm just gently conditioning this. And I'm going to take 2 bits actually. Where's my, I lost my, oh, I lost my X-Acto knife. It's somewhere here. Oh well. I'll just use the I got a knife here. So I'm getting, this is pretty much how big I want the face to be. So I'm making first a bead that I will be cutting in two. Or you can just put the clay through the machine and then use one of those itty bitty doodlers. And flatten it with your finger. This should be good. And because we need 2 earrings, right? I'm going to make 2 at a time. And then place it in such a way that you can still place a hat. Hi, Natalia. Yeah, for me the shot, the first day when I just got it, I guess as soon as the lidocaine wore out, it hurt more than it hurt before I got the shot. But then the next day it started actually feeling better, and then after I started the physical therapy, it was much better. Let me put a little bit of zoom in here so you can see even better than this. First of all, that's too bright. I don't want to make it too bright that you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing because it's too much white. Okay, and then I'm going to place 2 little noses. So again, I'm getting, just to make sure that I make them all both the same size, I made another little bead, and I'm going to make 1 little bead out of each half. And they have to be actually smaller than this. So let me get this in half again and then repeat the process because it's a Santa, not a piglet. So again, making a bead, cutting it in half, and then make 1 little bead out of each half. And then I will be placing it kind of like in the very middle of the face. Okay, this one needs hold a bit more. And yes, I know my fingernails are very long. I have to find time to trim them. It's you find it in the Amazon store. I made a special nail polish because everybody's asking me. It's from the Color Club, the holographic. They have a whole series. Okay, next we need the eyes, and the eyes have to be just like tiny dots. So I'm going to actually use a needle for this. Because again, I want them to be fairly equal. And don't make them too big. So again, 1/2. And I sure hope that this week my shoulder will allow me to put some hair dye in my hair, because my roots are growing. So soon I'm gonna be in all my beauty of dishwater blonde. Oh, come on, get off. It loves my fingers. Okay, then place the, oops, not there. Place them not higher, but to make your Santa cuter, place them kind of a little bit below the top line of the eye, of the nose, sorry. And yes, I got a crumb here, but I don't worry because that's going to be covered. And then you can use a little not this one is too big, and this one a little ball stylus to press them in place. Then your next thing is the legs, the boots. And the boots will kind of come a little bit out. So again, I'm going with the cylinder just to make sure that they are all the same. Do you like this matte better than the black one? In terms of seeing what I'm doing? I don't know, I made 4 because I don't really need 4. So you need 2 cylinders. And cut each cylinder in half. Please remind me in 10 minutes that I need to take my pill. Okay, I didn't cut this one very well. And I mean, you can make a bigger boot if you want, and I'll show you how, but you don't really have to. It's going to look fine just like that. Okay. Not this one too low. If you want to make the boots to look more like boots, what you do, you make again another little ball. You make it into a cylinder. First cut it in half in length, because it's going to be harder to cut it in half otherwise. And then cut each of the halves in half. But as I said, you don't have to do this. They look just fine even with just the little feet like that. So you get each of these halves and you place them here. Oops, right on top of the end. Oh, come on. Like this. But as I said, you don't have to. And I honestly advise you not to, because if you have a longer hair, they might get stuck in your hair, and that's not very good. All right, next there will be only one thing that's going to stick out. Let me find my white. Oops, sorry. My cats are bored, especially Connor. He's been roaming the house meowing. This is that crappy white. I still have some of it, but it's fine for things like this. Okay, and we are going to first make the arms with slash hands, because we're gonna make the gloves white. And we're gonna do the same exact thing, only this time we don't need a lot. So I'm going to cut only the ends. Oh, it's here. And then the ends in half. And they go. On the sides. Okay, the next color is red. So I'm going to get some red through the pasta machine on a fairly thin, like a 6 or a 7. And I'm going to use the same cutter. No, it was the larger one. And I'm going to cut, as I said, normally I would advise you to use the second small. And I'm going to cut 2 for this. Now your best bet in this is to just place it next to your thing. so you can get your bearings. Where's my... So it would be about this much. For the hat. The same on the other side. Even if you don't have long fingernails, if you just do this, it will be just fine. Just get your fingers like this and press into get this. Then I'm going to get out the area of the face. So about this much I'm going to have uncovered. And now we are going to make the beard. Okay, let me go grab my pill just a second. Okay, is anybody here? Thank you so much. Thank you, Lena. Is anybody here familiar with making curlicues out of polymer clay? So first of all, you need to make a string. And remember, I showed before how to do this with a little acrylic block. You hold with your finger here, and then as you roll, you bring the block down. But you don't press very hard. And I'm going to do the other way. And this way you can make very even strings or sausages. Okay. Now, for the next part, you need a needle. I'm going to try to make them about the same size. Give me just a minute. Let me put some armor all on my fingers. So I have less stickiness. Okay, once you cut your length, go with the fingers at the very end and press a little bit so that you'll get wedged ends. I already did, Elaine. Kim reminded me. Okay. Now we are going to use these to make curlicues. The best way to start making a curlicue, as I said, is using a needle. Hold on one end, and then with the needle start turning in. And then you make your curlicue. And we're gonna need several. Usually it takes about 4 or 5 depending on how thick you make your curlicues. Your strings for the curlicues. I said that that's the reason why I put the armor roll, because when you have sticky hands it's very hard to make the curlicues. And remember, I said that this is the soft white. And you want to kind of end them like little snails. Oh, by the way, if I manage to get this done before I'm getting in pain, I want to show you something. Elaine, refer to what I saw you posted. It's very, the idea is that try to get your little strings as thin as possible for this. Not this thin to break, but as I said, the clay is super sticky. Let me see, is this pure white? I have a little piece of better white. Let's see if this works better. And I forgot to open the window because in this room it can get hot when the big computer is on, because it has such a strong it's so powered up, and it has like liquid cooling and like 5 fans, so you can imagine that whenever it's on, those fans pull out a lot of heat and warm up the room. Alrighty. And yeah, you can make some of the curlicues larger, some smaller. Just make sure that you make enough to cover the bottom part of the face, because this will be the beard. Oh, come on, go around already. So let's see if 4 is enough. No, I think we're gonna need 1 more, because you want the beard to go a little bit down too. And let's make one more for the tip of the beard. As I said, I really need to trim my fingernails, but it's a process that takes more than half an hour because I need to use the toe trimmer and the power file, nail file, because they are very thick. Okay, let's make real quick the other ones. Oh, stay there already. My main thing is not that I cannot work with them, is that you cannot see what I'm doing because of them. Hi, Gayleen. Better. Yes, of course you can. But usually when I have just a little string, I don't bother much. Because it's not making the string that's the harder part. It's making the curlicues. So 3 more. Let's see, when I make them like this, you don't see much of what I'm doing, unfortunately. That's why I'm trying to make them on the tile. So I almost got some music running, but as with all music, I need to put the copyright up, so I didn't have time to start gathering it. But I promise next I'm going to start putting up musical background, because these are all about Christmassy stuff. You know, I posted on Facebook a couple days ago. I love Christmas music. I don't mind when they come up with it earlier. It always puts me in a good mood. Yeah, I was talking about this need people feel to conform to social standards, you know, because every time the fall comes, you see everybody, oh my God, pumpkin spice, sweaters, chilly, hot, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. That's not why I like fall. I like fall because of the colors, because of the smell of dry leaves. I hate cold. I don't like sweaters. I don't like pumpkin spice. Why should I be all enthusiastic about it when I don't like it? Okay, next thing. A little sausage. Again, cut in two. And now we are going to make some fur. So first place the sausage at the bottom of Santa's robe, coat. Not robe. He doesn't wear a robe, he wears a coat. And then the same here. Then we are going to make another little sausage, shorter this time, to put, it goes here, and again cut it in half. And place it. And you still need one more area, but you can actually get not put this at all. Now let's make some fur. To make fur, you use a needle and you just do this. Get with the needle and lift a little bit. Same for the little hat. Just don't make just holes. Lift a little bit to lift up some of the clay. Another way you can do this, and I'll show you separately, another way that you can do this is just draw little lines like this to imitate the fur. I personally prefer the and this is pretty much it. You're kinda done. There's not a lot of anything else that you need to put on. And especially you have to think that these are, let me get the zoom out. These are earrings, and as I said, I would make them on the next on a smaller size. But it makes a great Santa. Once this is baked, you turn it around and you put a little bit of textured stuff on the end, because you have the cutter. You can use the cutter. You can make it on black, you can make it on red. It's up to you entirely. And then when you put the backing on, simply put a jump ring right at this top. And there you have little Santas. They don't take that long to make. They actually, once you get the whole, the hardest part is the curlicues. That's everything that's harder is the curlicues. Everything else works just fine. Now, let me get on the next thing, the thing that I wanted to talk about, related to a video that Elaine put up on Facebook. And I saw it, and she was trying to make something, and what she was trying to make was a weaving thing. The thing is that after she did all the weaving, she flattened it. So the whole weaving effect got lost. And what I wanted to show you, because what she was trying to do, she was trying to do a box. And if you want to do a box covered in weaving of Christmas, and yes, Elaine, if you wanted to do that for Imagine, it's perfectly fine to do it. It's Imagine, it's not about a tutorial that you need to come out with yourself. You can use other people's tutorials as long as you give them credit, it's fine. So even if I show you how that kind of stuff should be made, you can still make another video and submit it for the Imagine contest. Let me grab green. So, using some jungle and some pomegranate. Okay. Because what she was trying to do, she was trying to cover a box. Let me grab a box. Thing here. And you can do it on pretty much any... I'm going to use this because it's a little bit smaller. And I see that YouTube is very, very behind. Okay, so first of all, you can put underneath one of the two colors, or you can put white, or you can put, let me actually get rid of some of this white that's so sticky. So if you ask me what this is a mousse ring. And I have them on, I have several sizes in the influencer store on baking blanks, in the baking blanks section. Okay, this should be enough. Came up a bit dirty because I didn't clean my machine after the red. So first of all, cover it up. So you can have a good base. Sticky, sticky, sticky clay. Remember, when you go with the roller over raw clay that is on a hard edge, it's going to come off by itself. Okay, so we got this. There's some red, more red here. Hold on. Red is very, very hard pigmented. Okay, but if you want to do something flat that looks like weaving, just use the weaving cane. If you want to do something that is in more 3D, okay, your whole thing is to cut the strips of equal width. That's your whole problem. As I said, it's a little warm in here. And I'm not gonna be super exact on this one because I just want to show it real fast. So ideally you need to measure. Here I'm just eyeballing. Or if you have a grid thing, that should be good too. I think that this should be enough. No, I should have made the greens longer. Just a second. I messed up. Sorry. I was calculating all of them the same. Just a minute. Too long, but that's okay. I want 8 because this thing is 8 inches long. And as I said, they might not be perfectly straight. I would normally measure and cut, but I want to show you real quick. Hold on, let me get my eyeglasses. Hi, Robbie. I got them way too thick. The good part is that I don't have to cut a lot of them, so I can afford to practically waste some. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is first And your best bet actually is to place some, hold on, let me grab my talcum powder. If I can find it. Which I cannot. Oh well, I'm gonna try without talcum powder because I don't know where I put it. I normally don't use talcum powder. Okay, so sorry. First you put the green one on. And you see I didn't remove the air bubbles, I didn't, because it's just to show you how to do this. Then start placing the reds, but, or you can do base red and top green. But go only to here. And then leave room between them. Make sure you press here so they will be well stuck to the green. Why am I leaving room here? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know why. Okay. Stay here. They stick to my fingers. Again. This is one way of doing it, actually. Stay there. Not sure on half of it, if possible at all. And the next ones, actually, let me get this down because I don't need all of these. If I do only half of it, it's the next row you put in between. And start at the green. This is just making your life easier for the first. And then you place. Now remember, I'm doing it only on half of it, right? Just to give you the idea. And now we are going to go backwards. I'm bringing these up and taking these down. That's why I was looking for the talcum powder, cornstarch, whatever you're using. So these go down, these come up. And then another green. Your best bet is to measure the width, to put like 3 or 4 rows on the box. And again, this goes up. Now they all come up because it's the end of the box. And there you go, you have a woven thing. No, there was this one, I forgot this one. So you got the woven thing. The other way that you can do it, and it comes even more into attention, let me see if what I can salvage from here. Not much. Oh well. The other thing that you can do is with half sausages, if you want to have it a little bit more out there. So again, I always start a sausage from a bead because it's easier to do it. Then use the acrylic block to make it even. It will be harder for the one that goes around to cut it perfectly in half, but it's not impossible. Now, baking soda is way too harsh for this, and I still cannot find my, as with the X-Acto knife, it's easier to cut. And with this, you can go a different way. Just make another one. And these you can do it like I did with the strips, but you can, again, you can use a shortcut on it. And that would be, so I would have 3, right? And then when you start putting them on, okay. So you put one of them in one of the cylinders in one direction and the other cylinder in the opposite direction on 90 degrees. Always one color goes like this, one color goes like this. Just make sure that you cut them properly and fairly equal. So this makes another 3D effect, and then you can go, you know, after that, and with a better sculpting tool than what I'm using here, just get the ends a little bit and the same for these. And there you go. You have a nice woven texture with two colors. Was that good? I hope you liked it and that you'll try to make some little Santa earrings. It's, you know what, I've always had long fingernails because they are too thick and very hard to cut, so as it's been close to 50 years, I kind of learned how to. But as I said before, chemo kind of weakened them. Before I was able to butcher a whole lamb with my bare hands. Now, kind of messed up. For a few of them, they have the tendency to crack like this. So, but I cannot leave them too long because they start curling like claws. See? How they curl like this when they get too long. So I do need to trim them soon. Okay. I shall see you next Sunday, and in the meantime I'm preparing several tutorials and at the same time, and if nothing else happens I should be starting posting, maybe not tonight but hopefully tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, and I love you all, and I'll see you next Sunday. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and to like and subscribe if you're a first-time watcher. Okay? Thank you. Have a wonderful